Hi, I'm Kerry Potter, and I'd like to briefly share what Help for Families means to me. First of all, Help for Families has brought me hope by reading the testimonies of people who have successfully navigated the maze of gender confusion. Just knowing I was not alone in my struggle and that there really was hope for me gave me the courage to carry on through some really tough times. Next, Help for Families gave me help through their numerous articles by mental health professionals and people who have walked the walk and really know what they're talking about. I couldn't use that old excuse that nobody understands what I'm going through anymore, because these people obviously did. Help for Families also contributed greatly to my healing by allowing me to talk with the families of others who share the same struggles that I do. By being able to share with them, God was able to open my eyes to see things from an entirely different perspective. I was finally able to see through the eyes of those I had hurt because of my narcissistic, selfish behavior. You know, gender confusion is bewildering and painful for those of us who are forced to live with it every day. But sometimes it's even more devastating to our parents, spouses, children, and friends. These are the ones that are never mentioned in the media in their transgender success stories. Very often the families are left to suffer alone and are expected to simply accept the situation for the so-called happiness of their loved one. During times like this, Help for Families can be a rock to cling on to when the family unit is turned completely upside down. It's a place to find answers and hope, as well as a place to communicate with others who are walking the same painful road they are. Personally, I don't know of any other Christian ministry anywhere that ministers to the needs of the gender confused and their families as positively and effectively as Help for Families does. I have found Help for Families to be a truly anointed ministry that has opened my eyes and changed my life in some very wonderful ways. That's what Help for Families means to me, and that's why I take such great pleasure in supporting it. Thank you.
Well, hello. My name is James Long, and I'm the senior pastor at Gateway Church in Hockley, Texas. Several years ago, God brought the most precious couple into our church. They were mature believers. They came in working and very fruitful, but they were deeply hurting and broken because their eldest son was struggling with transgender issues. Their ministry needs were way outside anything that I'd been exposed to in my 20 years of being a pastor. But they were not beyond the power, the grace, and the love of God. And so I found that the ministry needs ran very deep in the entire family, not just the young man and his parents, but also his siblings, their spouses, his children, his ex-wife, and it was overwhelming at times. And it was at that point that I became exposed to the ministry of Denise Schick and the organization that she founded and directs, which is Help for Families. They offer a variety of resources, prayer, and support for families that are affected by transgender issues. They held their 2013 Hope Gathering Conference here in our church, and I was honored to actually meet Denise and her team. I was so impressed, not only by their message, but also by their compassion, their humility, and their biblical integrity.
Hi, I'm Karen Chavez, and Help for Families has been a real help for us. They have been oxygen for me when I've been suffocating in pain. They've been there to help me take another step. They've peeled me off the sidewalk, and they listened. They don't try to fix me. They don't give me answers, and they are Jesus with skin on for me.
Yes, and I'm Howard Chavez. It seems like in our day and age, everybody has an answer, everybody has a solution. Help for Families has reached out with a hand of mercy, a hand of grace, and a great hand of encouragement for us to get through this emotional thing.
Just to add that we have met so many friends that are in the trenches with us, and we're so appreciative for that.